everybody, look who's back. It's Fun DMC back again for the first time of me managing only a single person on the other side in a singles match. And I have here Payson, one half of the incredible duo of Ginyu Force. Payson, I know this is your first singles match today. How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling good. Obviously, I love playing with David in teams. I think we are an amazing team. But I want to succeed here because I want to prove that I can do it by myself and that I can, and that I have enough trivia knowledge to win matches on my own.
I know you've shown your trivia knowledge. I don't have a lot to say about Brandon. No issues. This is going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited to see you get to show your skills here. You've already shown it in the teams. I know you're going to do it in singles, and just continue to represent Fun DMC the way you have been. You ready for this?
I am absolutely ready for this. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Hello, Movie Warzone. This is Brandon. I don't have a manager, so I'll be speaking for myself. Definitely been looking forward to this. This is technically my second match in Multiplex. I played in Miscellaneous one time a long time ago. Really looking forward to this. Most people probably know me from the Pro Wrestling Trivia Leagues, but I initially joined up with these leagues to do movie trivia, and I'm so excited to be doing this. Best of luck to my opponent. I'm ready to have some fun.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Multiplex Movie Warzone. We are here with a Warzone debut match. I'm very excited. We have got Payson Johnson, who we've seen in teams with Ginyu Force, who have had a great run so far, pulling off a lot of great wins that some might call upsets and some might say are surprising, but are fantastic nonetheless, versus Brandon Rutledge, who is a name that's kind of been around for a while, but he's finally making his debut here in Warzone. With me on the desk, we've got Mr. Andrew Barr. Barr, how do you feel about today's match?
This is going to be interesting. We've seen Payson. We've seen what he can do when it comes to teams in Warzone. And Brandon, I've seen him play in Classic. So I have an idea of what he can bring to the table. But considering that this is a debut for both players and they're both on their own, it's going to be real interesting to see how they do.
Absolutely. Well, without further ado, I guess we will bring in our competitors. So, introducing first, with a record of 0 wins and 0 defeats, it is Payson, the Cinemaster Johnson. And introducing second, also with a record of 0 wins and 0 defeats, it is Brandon Rutledge. All right, gentlemen, without further ado, we are going to get into round number 1. Round number 1 is going to work like this. You're going to get 8 questions from 8 different categories in the realm of general movie trivia. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you do not get a point. You'll have about 15 seconds to write the answer down on your whiteboard. If you manage to get all 8 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question, also worth 1 point. Reminder that you have 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the match. Any questions before we get going?
Good. These are smart players.
Yeah, all right. So in that case, we will get into your first question, which comes in the category of horror films. Tusk is about a man who attempts to turn a podcaster into what?
Have you ever held a Tusk in your hand?
I have held a DVD copy of Under the Tuscan Sun.
Close enough. You know, they weigh about the same.
Yeah, depending on what animal it's from. 5, 4, or where the DVD is from. 3.
They all weigh
2,
the same.
1. Pens down. We'll start with Brandon.
Well, first thing that came to my mind was a walrus.
And Payson.
Walrus.
Both are correct. It's a really weird movie.
Really weird movie.
Sounds weird.
Your next question is going to come in the category of directors. Who directed It's a Wonderful Life, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and You Can't Take It With You? All 3 of these movies just so good.
Hey, Andrew Cameron, I don't think I've ever had this before. Is it okay if I just have a glass of water here? I just want to...
You're good. Yeah. As long as it's not there for like a delayed amount of time.
Sorry, my father was shouting down the stairs to me. 5, 4, 3, much like happens in one of these movies, probably 2.
Yes,
1.
actually, absolutely.
Hands down. We'll start with Payson.
That would be Mr. Frank Capra.
And Brandon.
I also said Frank Capra.
Both would be correct.
Yep.
All right.
So we will get into question number 3 in the category of action/adventure. What action franchise features the characters the Toady, Anti-Entity, and Immortan Joe?
Ooh. Now, yeah, I don't have any clever witty banter for this because I'm not that smart.
Yeah, I have seen at least one film in this franchise.
I have 2. I haven't seen at least
I assume we've both seen the same film in this franchise.
I think so, yeah.
Statistically
speaking.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Brandon.
I don't think I'm even close. I said Mission Impossible.
And Payson.
Mad Max. This is fake
That
right,
is-
it says. Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Mad Max is correct. I assume we've both seen Fury Road, right?
Fury
That's the
Road,
one.
yeah. One of the most overrated movies of the 2010s.
How fucking dare you? Insane.
Oh, that's me. Your next question.
Next question, Bar.
Before I get hurt, your next question is going to come in the category of the 70s. Name one of the actors that play Woodward and Bernstein in All the President's Men.
I
so-
love this.
Me too. I especially love the President's Cabinet of the Baker, the Butcher, the Candlestick Maker, and all of his other
You did
men.
that. You did that in the wrong order.
They all
I know
have
you did.
a rotten potato. And how do you think they got there?
5, 4,
I'm the one
3,
asking the questions.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Payson
I went with Robert Redford.
and Brandon.
I said Robert Loggia.
Robert Redford is correct. The other answer, of course, being Dustin Hoffman. So we'll get to question number 5. The category of war films. Born on the 4th of July centers around a veteran of what war?
My favorite war movie is anytime that Caleb Boatman and Cody Newberry have an argument with each other.
My favorite war movie is The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D. They are
I hate how
fighting
young you are.
for the fate of the planet.
What's the name of the planet?
Bar.
It ain't
Planet
Earth.
Drool. It's Planet Drool Bar.
Cool.
5, 4, no extra points, Payson. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Brandon
Was it the Vietnam War?
and Payson.
Vietnam War.
Both are correct.
All right. Your next category is going to come in the la-las, the do's, scores, and soundtracks. Who performed the song My Heart Will Go On from Titanic? I had to learn how to play the penny whistle part from this on the recorder when I was in elementary school.
I'm sorry.
I don't love this song. I like the way that this song is used in some great memes where you just take footage from movies where people fail and you just play this song over it.
3, 2, 1. Pens down.
We start with Payson on this one, I believe.
I have a feeling I know who wrote this. Celine Dion.
And Brandon.
My mom would kill me if I got this wrong. Celine Dion.
Celine Dion is correct. I don't know who you think wrote it, but...
Question about Canadian? Who knows?
Oh, it wasn't me. Your next question comes in the category of crime. John Hamm, Blake Lively, and Chris Cooper have supporting roles in what crime film? And for the record, Celine Dion is a French Canadian, so the people from my part of the country disavow her. She's not.
Yeah, but you guys still have Bryan Adams.
The government of Canada has apologized many times.
I'm surprised you know that reference, Cameron. You're very young.
2,
Best joke from that
1.
movie.
hands down, and we will start with Brandon.
I have the correct answer.
We cannot give you a point for that. And
Golf claps.
Pretty sure it's the town.
The town is correct.
All right, and your last question is going to come in the category of animation. What type of animal is Mumble in Happy Feet? See, I've got Happy Feet. I've also got Rhythm, and a pair of tap shoes just over there waiting for the chance to pop up on these shows.
I just realized that this is the second question about a George Miller franchise that we've had in this round. Just wait, the bonus question's about Babe Pig in the City. 5, 4, 3.
That movie is darker than any Mad Max
1.
film.
Hands down. We'll start with Brandon.
Penguin.
And for the perfect round, Payson.
It is not darker than Happy Feet, I can tell you that much. Penguin.
For the perfect round, so Payson, you will be issued a bonus question. Because you're the only one getting the question, you don't have to write it down. You can just say it. Your bonus question is, what year was The Big Chill released?
$1946.
That is incorrect. We are looking for 1983.
Oh my god!
You're thinking of The Big Sleep.
I was thinking of The Big Sleep. Wow. Yep. Okay.
With that, still an 8-point perfect round is very impressive. Brandon also doing very well with 5 points. All right, and we are going to get into round number 2. Round number 2 is going to work like this. We're going to bring up the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. The wheel has 8 different categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. The player in the lead, who in this case is Payson, will have the option to choose whether he would like to spin first or defer. Whichever player spins, if they like what they get on the first spin, they can choose to spin again, unless they land on opponent's choice. Otherwise, whatever they land on their second spin, they are stuck with. They will then get 5 questions from it worth 2 points apiece, or they can go to multiple choice for 1 point. But reminder that stealing is available, so if you miss, your opponent does have the option to gain some points from it. So your wheel today, gentlemen, is Coen Brothers, 2010s Christian movies, comedies, biopics, Oscars, 90s Disney animated, classics, and The Slice. So, Payson, we will bring in your manager. Would you like to spin first or defer?
Payson, that was great. Don't worry about the last question. You were still within 20 years of either one that I would have thought of. But we talked about this a little earlier. You want to go second, right?
No second, yeah.
We'll go second. We'll defer.
All right, so we will take out Anthony. Brandon, this is your spin. And it is going to land on comedies. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'll go with it. I'll keep it.
All right, keeping comedies. Bar, would you like to give Brandon his questions in the category of comedies?
Seeing this first question, I would be ecstatic to ask these questions.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Brandon, your first question in the category of comedies. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Who plays Police Captain Culpepper in It's a Mad, 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 Mad World?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A. Jonathan Winters, B. Alan Arkin, C. Carl Reiner, or D. Spencer Tracy.
I'm going to go with A.
A is incorrect. Chance again for the 1-point steal. Your options again are A. Jonathan Winters, B. Alan Arkin, C. Carl Reiner, or D. Spencer Tracy.
I'm meaning to watch this one. I'll go C.
C is also incorrect. We were looking for Spencer Tracy. And you should watch this movie. It's amazing.
I've heard a great
It's been a long time.
Your next question. In Blazing Saddles, what nationality is Madeline Kahn's character?
Oh, God. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A. German, B. Swedish, C. Russian, or D. Swiss.
Can I get the options one more time?
Absolutely. Your options again are A. German, B. Swedish, C. Russian, or D. Swiss.
Gonna go with Swedish.
That is incorrect. Payson, your options again are A, German, B, Swedish, B, Russian, or D, Swiss.
Is she German?
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Brendan, your second question in comedy.
Third question.
Third question in comedies, because you're the math one, not me. What 80s comedy features Steve Martin and Michael Caine as dueling con men?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Best of Enemies, B, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, C, The Con Is On, or D, The Lonely Guy.
C, The Con Is On.
That is incorrect. Payson, your options again are A, Best of Enemies, B, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, C, The Con Is On, or D, The Lonely Guy.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
That is correct for 1 point.
Oh, okay.
All right. The fourth question in comedy. In Dumb and Dumber, what job does Lloyd have at the start of the film?
I think I know it. I need a multiple choice just to be safe.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, limo driver, B, nurse, C, dog groomer, or D, pilot.
He's a limo driver.
That is correct for 1 point.
I got one.
All right. And finally, your last question in comedy. In Little Miss Sunshine, Olive's father embarrasses her for ordering what food?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, ice cream, B, cake, C, cheeseburger, or D, fried chicken. And 5, 4.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is your first repeat. Your question again is, in Little Miss Sunshine, Olive's father embarrasses her for ordering what food? And your options again were A, ice cream, B, cake, C, cheeseburger, or D, fried chicken.
I'm going to go with cheeseburger.
That is incorrect. Payson, your options again are A, ice cream, B, cake, C, cheeseburger, or D, fried chicken.
Is it fried chicken?
That is also incorrect. We were looking for ice cream, specific a la mode. It's a la mode.
Oh, I should have doubted myself.
So at the end of Brandon's spin, he gets himself up to 6 points. Payson getting 2 1-point steals, though, bringing himself up to 10. So we will bring in Payson's manager, and we will bring back up the wheel for Payson's spin. Payson, your first spin is in, and it will land on the category of the Coen brothers. Would you like to keep that?
Yeah, we're taking it.
I'll say it.
Yeah.
All right, we will
Oh,
take
wait,
that.
okay.
Sorry, do you need to?
Oh, I was just saying, Anthony, do you want to take some time and fake squabble for a second? Man, I'm not sure. Should I take that or should I or?
No,
it's a bit late for that now.
It's already too late. You took it. We're good. We know you're taking it. Let's.
All right, so Payson, I will be giving you your questions in the category of the Coen brothers. In A Serious Man, Michael Stuhlbarg plays a university professor who teaches what?
Physics.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In The Man Who Wasn't There, what does Billy Bob Thornton see outside the prison shortly before his execution?
I was going to watch this one last night. Dang it. Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, a UFO, B, a moose, C, a ghost, or D, a girl picking flowers.
D.
That is incorrect. Brandon, for the 1 point steal, is it A, a UFO, B, a moose, C, a ghost, or D, a girl picking flowers?
UFO.
That is correct for a 1 point steal.
Good job.
Your third question, Payson, in the category of the Coen brothers. Who played private investigator Gus Petch in Intolerable Cruelty?
private investigator. Cedric the Entertainer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question. The climactic scene of the Hudsucker proxy involves Norville nearly falling to his death on what holiday?
Oh my gosh. I think I know it, but I'll play it safe. Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Christmas Day, B, Thanksgiving, C, New Year's Eve, or D, Halloween.
Is it New Year's?
That is correct for 1 point.
Should have gone with my gut.
And your final question in Coen Brothers. In what Coen Brothers film will you find the characters Garth Pancake, Professor G.H. Dorr, and Gawain McSam?
What's the score?
It is 15-7.
The Lady Killers.
That is correct for 2 points. So at the end of round number 2, the score is Payson with 17, Brandon with 7. So we do still have a game, and we'll be going into round number 3. Round number 3 is going to work like this. Our contestants are going to get to choose what categories they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4-point questions. We will start with the player who is behind and ask them questions until either they have caught up or are mathematically eliminated. The categories that our competitors can choose from today are animation, directors, romance, comic book movies, crime, comedy, Brad Pitt, and 1980s. So we will take a quick break so that our competitors can choose what categories they would like, and we will be right back. We are back. Our competitors have had the chance to choose what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4. Payson has chosen his 1 in directors, his 2 in crime, his 3 in comic book movies, and his 4 in animation, whereas Brandon has chosen his 1 in 80s, his 2 in comic book movies, his 3 in animation, and his 4 in comedies. We are going to start with Brandon because he is behind. Brandon does have to hit all 4 of these questions in order to tie Payson and keep the game alive. Because Barr gave him his questions in round 2, I will be giving you your questions in round 3. Brandon, you still have 2 repeats left. Are you ready?
Let's start this mountain climb.
All right. Your first question, your 1-point question, comes in the category of 1980s. Who stars as Ren McCormick in Footloose?
Kevin Bacon.
That is correct for 1 point. This is about the 80s one because the category was 80s, not the 2011 version of Footloose.
This is not the 5-star film by Cameron Holtzman.
This is not the 5. Great movie. Your 2-point question, Brandon, is going to come in the category of comic book movies. Who plays Yondu in the MCU?
Was that Michael Rooker?
That is correct for 2 points. Your 3-point question will come in the category of animation. You will find a dog named Snowy in what 2010s animated film?
Snowy.
Five.
Repeat the question.
4. That is your second repeat. You have 1 left. You will find a dog named Snowy in what 2010s animated film?
I'm going to guess Isle of Dogs.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, it is Payson Johnson. We were looking for The Adventures of Tintin. Snowy is Tintin's dog.
One you haven't seen.
Into some post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finisher, Brandon. Brandon, you had a good round 1, and then round 2, just you thought comedies would be nice to you, and unfortunately it was not as nice a category as one might have hoped. But how are you feeling after that?
I mean, I'm feeling all right. I mean, out of the 4 non-strength categories in round 2, I felt the most comfortable comedies, but like I said, didn't go my way. I was hoping to not get TKO'd. Honestly, regardless of this loss, I am proud of my performance, and I'm hope I can come back and play again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you came up again with a category that wasn't a strength, and then Payson after that round 1 spins his strength in round 2, kind of just makes basically an insurmountable lead going into that final round. But yeah, no, this is still a great match. I'm sure we'll probably have you back at some point. You're 0-1. Is there anyone that you know is 0-1 that you would like to play at some point, or?
Not off the top of my head, but whoever it may be, I look forward to it.
All right. Well, we will thank you for coming. We will send you backstage, and we will now go to our winner, Payson Johnson. Payson, that was a fantastic performance. 17 points in just 2 rounds is something to be pretty proud of. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Yeah. Winning is always nice. Shout out to Brandon. Played a great game. Those comedy questions were much tougher than I thought they would be for a rookie match, but I feel very happy with my performance today.
Yeah, you did fantastic. Round 1 was great. I mean, 8 for 8 is 8 for 8 in any league you're in. That's great work. Round 2 did well. Got a couple of good steals. Brandon played well. He really did. Excited to see him come back in here again. It's always rough when your opponent gets the spinner's choice, but you did great in what you needed.
Yeah.
He almost made that comeback. That was a tough 3. But Payson, I mean, you just proved that, you're great at teams. You're also really good at singles. I hope to never see you in a singles match. I know that for a fact.
Funny that you mentioned that. Your next opponent is going to be Anthony.
No,
I'm kidding.
But no, I mean, fun. We're here. Our faction's doing well right now, and we're enjoying it. So I'm excited for whoever you play next. And Brandon, great game. Excited to see you back at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. If I'm not mistaken, I believe your next singles match will actually be in the first round of the tournament. Not sure what your seeding is going to be like, but you're 1-0, so that guarantees you something probably near the middle, I would think. But yeah, we're excited to see what you can do there. Excited to keep seeing what you guys are doing in teams. So with that, we will say goodbye to you, and we will go to Bar for final thoughts on the desk. Bar, final thoughts on the desk.
This was a good match. Brandon just kind of hit a bad round 2. We've all had those. I know I've had that. Cam's probably had that. But he started a good comeback in round 3. Just unfortunately, Payson played a really, really good game and just built too much of a lead. But I'm excited to see Brandon come back. I'm excited to see who Payson plays in the first round of the tournament, because the tournament is always full of surprises. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, I have been Cameron Holzman, and on behalf of Andrew Barr, Anthony Tisdall, Payson Johnson, and Brandon Rutledge, thank you all for watching Movie Warzone.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Goodbye.